How's it going, everyone? Today I am here with one of my best friends and everything, Pablo Solorio, also known as Chimi. How you doing today, Jimmy?
What do I do with my hands?
I don't know, man. It's totally up to you. You can toss them around, do whatever you want, bro. But how you doing today?
A la verga. Estoy
A
bien.
la verga, damn, bro. Already with that hustle.
Yeah. Gotta hustle and bustle. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta hustle
I'm
and
doing good.
bustle. You doing
I'm
good? You're
doing good.
doing good. Nice to
Doing
nice to
good. I'm
know,
feeling
man.
good. I'm feeling great. Always.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, bro. People know about me, so tell me, like, what do you be doing in life lately?
I do graphics design. Do
Graphics design.
3D animation. I stream. Play Warzone. I do anything and everything, bro. I don't really I don't limit myself to one thing.
Okay, and what kind
So
of like inspires you to like not just limit yourself to one thing? Because a lot of people out there feel like what they're doing now is comfortable, and sometimes they don't want to open up to more stuff. So, what inspires you to consistently be learning or doing
having
different
fun.
things? Having
I
fun?
just having fun. I just one thing about it is it's hard for me to just stay put with one thing. I like getting good at everything, and
All
so
right,
like it's the whole learning process, the learning curve. So
all
it's
right,
when you get good at one thing, you're like, I wonder what else I could do. You know what I mean? And I just do it.
I get it. All right, perfect. Well, yeah, like a lot of people when they're in those situations, one thing I've noticed, like they usually have to take like the wrong steps. So like was this like a thing that you've done since like day one, or was this like a new like revelation thing that you like just went through or anything
Since
like
day
that?
one.
Since day one? Nice.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Since day one, I was question mark. What do you mean?
So as in like as a child, like since when you were younger and everything, like were you putting in the same grind or like did you have
Yeah,
the same
skateboarding.
thought process? Skateboarding? Yeah. I've realized that a lot of people with skateboarding will like are so what is it? So pers- what's the damn word? You see, this is why I'm awful with English. But so consistent on stuff. They don't usually
Persistent.
give up. Persistent. There we go. You see, persistent. Thank you.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So it teaches. So it's like you when you're bored, you control your destiny, right?
Yeah.
So you determine you're the one that's in control of how good you are at skateboarding. So if you wanted to get better at skateboarding, you had to try. If you tried, the harder it's a lot of trial and error, right? So you're gonna
Yeah.
it's all about footing, placement, everything like that, right? The commitment.
hmm
Commitment is one of the biggest things about skateboarding that a lot of people. It's like one of the greatest sports that I've ever like extreme sports, I guess you could say. But it's one of the greatest things that I've ever gotten into in my entire life. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have gotten into DJing, music production. I wouldn't have gotten into streaming. I wouldn't have gotten into just almost everything I've done in my life.
Damn. Yeah, because not alone that well, not only have you done like DJing and everything, and I've heard stories that you like did like big like what events, right?
Big event.
And everything like that.
I played big events. Yeah, I played DOS Energy here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I played. It was actually one of the first DOS Energies that they had by V2 Presents. Um,
Nice.
I won DJ contests, played different places. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's just like the grind. It was more or less like one thing that I hated about it was that I wanted to win the DJ contest, and that was what
hmm
my goal set out. And once I accomplished it, I kind of lost love for it.
All right.
So it was like, I mean, I still love it, but now I'm setting my goals higher.
Okay. So it's
Now that
usually when you like reach a goal and everything like that, you get on a stump where it's like, oh, what do I do next in
it's not
this
just
certain thing?
me, it's everybody.
It's everybody. You're right.
It,
You are right. I
yeah,
have noticed myself just alone, just running into multiple moments like that because what is
you
it? A
reach a
lot of
goal and
people.
then you're like, eh.
What do I do? Like, do I really want to continue this, or is this really what I wanted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you realize how easy it is to acquire.
Yeah. It is. It is
And
true.
And then if you don't have like goals higher with the goal that you set out that you've already accomplished, and you don't have
Mhm.
other goals for it, then yeah, you're gonna hit a dead end. So that's why with streaming you could do everything with now, right?
Yeah.
So I see like one of my favorite DJs, Nicky Romero.
Like you remember, nice.
He's on Twitch. I watched him produce music live and stuff, and he's a gamer as well. So it's like it's awesome what what I've come to realize with Twitch, right? I was kind of getting into it a little bit more skeptical. I was getting
Mhm.
into it kind of like doubtful, like, oh, I don't think I'll be able to make it because I'm not Nick Works, or I'm not, so and so. You know what I mean? The big names of the industry.
No, yeah.
But and so like getting into it, I see Nicky Romero, and I'm like, that's a man who I relate to.
Mhm.
Like I could, if I were to put as much time and effort into producing music as much as I did into DJing, I could be that guy because I was good at it, right? And
Yeah.
but the thing about it is that even if I'm bad, I embrace it.
Yeah, I like that, I
That's
like that. That's one thing, like, the main reason I jumped onto Twitch was, like, I'm bad at video games, like, I can do stuff here and there, can't keep it consistently, but the thing is, when I'm bad at something, I make a lot of jokes. I bring some comedy behind it and everything like that, and, I remember I would always get, like, people tell me, like, "Why not," like, they would jump onto my game chat and everything, talking with me and my buddies and everything, like, "Why don't you guys just record this? You guys say so many stupid things that keep people laughing and all this stuff," and it's like, "Just record it." I'm like, "You know what? You right. I'm just gonna do it." And I barely record with any of my, friends because they're always busy now. I'm like, "Damn it. I guess not." So I always have to come up with my own self-improv
Yeah,
on
that's
games.
that's me. That's me and my cousins, right? Because like we
Yeah.
have like the best like times. The
Mhm.
only the only problems that we have is that with how sensitive the world is,
Yeah.
a lot of the humor can't like it won't be resonating with the majority. And the problem is that that's one thing I don't like is the censorship. Right. So for me, it's like I don't like that I have to not be myself to please others.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is a lot of the humor that we say is dark, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of it is because like I mean it's reality, right?
Mhm.
So it's you can't get upset to reality. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
well, I just grew up in a different time. So I
Yeah.
grew up in a different time. I grew up in a different environment. I grew up, around different people. And although, some of it could be, toxic masculinity, it could be a lot of other things. It still doesn't change the fact that it's just humor.
That is true.
So you can't necessarily filter humor. Like we need to be able to laugh at certain things in order for us to get over it. We have to acknowledge it. We can't just like, oh yeah, that's offensive and fuck you. Sorry for my language, but that's
No,
just
you're
that's
good, you're
just
good.
that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? So like me, a lot of people misinterpret my humor, but it's like, yeah, I'm not here to cater to you, right? So it's now I'm changing the way it is. Like this is thing about it is that like one thing, like how a lot of people say, one thing I
Mhm.
hated, right? I'll explain it.
Go
And
for it.
this ain't about humor. Well, it's in a sense it is, but one thing I never liked, and it's more about the censorship. But I had somebody in my circle who was like, "Oh, you're toxic, you're cocky." I mean, we're playing COD, right? So it's like
Everyone's toxic.
everyone's fucking toxic. But it's like, um, someone's like, "Oh well, oh yeah, here we go with the toxic stuff. Oh, here we go with the cocky. Oh, here we go with the ego." And I'm like, at first, I was letting it kind of like, I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I am. Maybe I am being a little too toxic. Maybe I am whatever." But then I start to realize, yo, so you're calling me toxic when I have faith in myself.
Mhm.
That so for me, it's like it's not toxic when I'm believing in myself because I say I'm better. It's not because I'm ego. It's because I do something that a lot of people can't do. So when I'm out here team wiping a squad of 4 by myself, that's not
Mhm.
cocky. That's just like, yo, I'm feeling myself. Like that's fucking dope. Like
Yeah.
because you gotta understand, I'm a person who didn't play COD my entire life. I played Battlefield, I played Assassin's Creed, played Resident Evil. I played games that weren't necessarily competitive. And, like, I didn't even understand online shooters was a thing until 20 fucking 11. So I was already an adult by then. I was 21.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we can play with each other, not in the same living room. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
when I discovered that, it was like Modern Warfare 2 was already like way past its end.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 was announced, and I was just like, yo, this is tight. I was playing Modern Warfare 2 in high hacker lobbies, dude. And I'm like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
didn't understand it. I was barely getting into the whole thing. And COD, it was just more of a thing I did. Like, I was working two jobs. I did it just to pass the time. I never really cared. Once I started getting shit on, I'm like, which was almost immediately because I'm bad
Mhm.
at the game. So, like, I'd get shit on and I'd turn off the game. I'm like, ah, fuck this. I'm going to bed. But now it got to the point where I ended up losing my job due to COVID and everything. And I realized, I'm like, oh, I'm bad. Like, I'm bad at this game. I didn't necessarily realize that, right?
Yeah.
So I was running around with an MP5 with a fucking 3x scope. I'm like, why am I not killing anybody? Like, it was just like the ADS. I didn't understand any of that. But then my
Mhm.
cousin told me that they're predicting our movement, and I'm like, predicting our movement. Like, what do you mean? And then it made me think. I'm like, oh, this is competitive. Oh, so this
They're
is like
serious.
Yu-Gi-Oh. This is like Yu-Gi-Oh to me because like Yu-Gi-Oh was my thing,
Mhm.
and I'm like, all right, well, the best way to get good at Yu-Gi-Oh is to predict the player,
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. So I'm like, so this carries over. That kind of same mindset kind of carries over. So I started doing that. I started doing what I typically would do every day in a fucking war zone, right?
Mhm.
And started doing the opposite. Okay, well, I'm being hunted. So what I would typically do is sit at the top of the stair set, look down, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, what can I do to combat that? Because I know this guy's me, basically. I'm looking at myself. I'm fighting myself, basically.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So I was like, all right, well, this is what I would do. So let's do something that I wouldn't do
Alright.
to fight it. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
tackle life like that. I do everything with life like that.
Nice.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because I always see you putting like you mentioned, like you constantly like learning new things, and you're always like doing new things, and you excel because like you don't just like half-ass anything like that. You actually put in the time to like actually learn and do something different. And one of the things right now you like doing is graphic designs, and I know I always come up with some random things and I just toss it at you, and like just what
Yeah.
is it? Last night
I
you were
love,
like
I,
telling me like,
I fucking
yeah,
love it.
like I
I'm like,
love it, bro. Like
love
give
it.
me this
Yeah.
shit, like love it and everything.
I
Like,
know. I was like excited too because I'm like, dude, dude, I have so much to learn. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, bro. I was excited because when you hit it, like exactly when you hit a peak and you're just like, oh fuck, what else can I do? Like, is this it? But then you
right?
gave me a challenge that I'm like, oh fuck, no, there's more. Hell yeah,
There's more.
yeah. So
And
yeah. I love that. I love that a lot. And the thing about it is I'm like addicted to learning, and
mhm,
and it all stems down from like insecurities as a child, bro. I was tested in in resource. I
mhm,
was they thought I was mentally challenged.
mm,
So it all stemmed down from being made fun of from all the other kids. You know what I mean? I was
yep,
an outcast in school. I never got along with anybody, and that carries on till I mean everything's changed now. I'm more socially interactive with people, and it was all thanks to Twitch. You know what I mean? And
damn,
everybody
yeah.
that my moderators and stuff that they all helped me with that. But yeah, a lot of that happened from when I was a kid. A lot I was always made fun of. I was never like a fan favorite of anybody. I always had to do stupid shit just to be accepted, which
You
is
know what? That's funny because what is it? When I was younger, I actually ran through something similar. What is it? I didn't open up to like people to like to talk to and everything like that until like I want to say fifth or sixth grade, bro. Like that was the only like official time when I was like popular, like talking to people. Because before that, like I would live with my cousins and everything, or like anyone. No one wanted to be my friend. They would make fun of me and all this other stuff. So I remember crying to my mom. I was like, Mom, like, look, I literally can't make friends. Like, no one wants to hang out with me. No one like wants to do anything. She's like, well, don't worry, I'll bring you a brother. And what is it? A year later, my brother steps in into our life, and he became like my best friend. But like the older I got, was like, holy crap, I have to socialize even more with people. So I tried a bit here and there, but I still kind of stayed quiet from like like fifth through sixth grade. But then like junior high came, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna be different. What I'm gonna do is if a joke comes up to like in my head, I'm gonna say it. If it's not funny, oh well, at least I said it. So getting like out of that comfort zone, it kept like pushing me to like talk to people, and like now I can go in any room and literally talk to whoever I want and like keep a good little conversation and say some stupid stuff. But it's just the type of person that like it's funny how like little stuff like that when you're younger affects you in life, so that way you can like change it up real quick.
You know why I have that energy that I always have, because I learned at a young age that I'm like, bro, I try to fit in, I'm not cool enough.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it was like, no matter what I did, I was judged for anyways.
Yeah.
So so it was like I try to get along with one crowd, not good enough. And so like just for me trying to get along with this crowd was disappointed. So like no matter, I was like, you know what, dude, fuck all you guys. Like you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like
like
I
that's all
isolated myself.
school is, and when you're like in a younger age, like you always have to impress someone. And once you start doing a little bit different or something that they won't like, they get like, you know what? I
People
don't want to
people
do
don't
stuff like that with you.
people don't understand how like I was saying this in my stream one time when I found
Mhm.
myself, I was all happy. And I was like, and for those of you guys who are trying to censor me, trying to tell me all this, that, and the third, I was like, you guys just don't like stuff because it's different, because it's foreign to you. I was
Mhm.
like, if you really want to be honest, that's racist to me. So, and I don't mean this by its color of your skin. I'm talking about just like hating stuff because your mind is closed. It's
That
like
is pretty
if you
much the root of like racism. Once you see something
right.
different, you're just like throwing negative stuff towards it.
Right. And but I don't look at it as in a person. I look at
Mhm.
it as if you're too afraid to understand what this means to you because it's foreign to you, you don't like it because it's foreign. Well, guess what, buddy? That's racist.
That's true.
So
That is true.
so that's why I just stopped listening to what people say and just started just doing what I do anyways. Like at the end of the day, you can't please anyone, and the only person that matters is you. And so I was like, I'm gonna do what I do. I know I don't mean harm to anybody, and I never will harm anybody. So it's like you're getting offended by your own choice.
You're right. You're right, man. And it's crazy because if people just open up their mind a little bit more and willing to hear out the person or give it a chance, this to be honest, life would be a lot easier going around. But in all reality, I think we still need some type of like negative to impact our lives because we can't
Let the
always be
let
sunshine and
the
roses.
let negative drive you. Don't let
Yeah.
negative control you. Like we need the negative is always going to be there. It's the yin to the
Hmm.
yang. You got to understand that there's a but one thing, like I had an interesting conversation with my buddy Topher who was
Hmm.
telling me um well, you got to understand what can go wrong. You got to understand. I was like, don't say that. Like I agree, but I disagree. I was like, because when someone gets into something,
Hmm.
the person, like, let's say, for instance, oh, I'm going to get into streaming. Naturally, you're already thinking all the things that could go wrong because your mind is developed to kind of keep you protected. So, one thing is, you're like, if I get into streaming, I'm not going to be funny enough. I'm not going to do this. Like, you're already thinking the worst about
Hmm.
the thing that you want to do. So, when you hear people tell you, oh yeah, well you got to think about it. You may not be funny or you may not be this. You're letting people instill that fear into you. So once you start believing it, then you start to manifest that fear. So it's better to just like when he told me that, I was like, I disagree. I just go for what's good that's going to come out of it.
Hmm.
But I understand what can go wrong, but I don't think about what can go wrong. I let that happen when I deal with it. When I cross that bridge, I'll cross that bridge when it comes.
I
That's how I
like
learn.
that. I like
You
that.
understand?
And yeah,
Like,
no, and
sorry, go
like
on.
no, you're pretty much explaining it perfectly. Like people like need to go through that little area and like understand. Like you won't learn if you don't do it. You know, you can't
This is one
just
thing Halo Infinite. Oh, sorry, go on, go on.
no go no you're okay. Go for it. What were you gonna say?
Halo Infinite on the loading page, it says it was talking about 360 no scope, and it said if you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, That's in a video game.
Mhm.
You miss 100% shots that you don't take. How the
Alright.
fuck are you gonna? How the hell are you gonna land anything if you don't try?
You're right. It is true. That and I feel like that's why you, like, excel on, like, learning new things and, like, stepping out of, like, different things that you normally do, like, people gotta realize you need to constantly be learning something new or doing something new because if you stay in one little spot, you're gonna get stuck like a stump, like a tree trunk or whatever you want to like put it as. But consistently learning and trying to do different things or taking that random shot is something that people should be doing like on the life, like on the consistently, like consistent of life, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's really really I don't know. It's hard to say because like I had friends that I had to cut ties with.
Hmm.
Like yesterday, for instance, after we talked, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finally reach out to my homeboy that I haven't talked to in a while, the one that we got
Hmm.
into a fight with. And so
Yeah.
I sent him. He didn't know my new number, so I sent him. I called him. He didn't answer, and I sent him a text. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I need to talk to you." He's like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Pablo." 3 hours roll by, no call back. So I'm like, "So this is where we're going.
Hmm.
This is it." And I did it because my cousin said I need to be the bigger man, reach out because my friend's depressed, whatever. And I disagreed with him. I was like, I don't care. Now I care, but I don't because if he cared about himself, then he wouldn't. None of this would have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I can't allow people who hate themselves. And that's another thing that's really, really impactful is those sacrifices that you had to make in order for you to achieve anything that you want to achieve. People don't want to make those sacrifices. Like me, I had to cut ties with everybody in order for me to become sober. I had to cut ties, and that was even people in my own blood.
Yeah.
Like it sucks because like some of these people you've known all your life, you have to be able to make those sacrifices. You have to make the sacrifices by, hey, this guy's not doing anything good for himself, let alone what is he gonna do for me? Like
Hmm.
if I hang around someone who's not taking care of himself, I'm gonna fall into that. It's easier to be lazy than it is to work hard.
You're right. You're right. It is true. It is
So
true.
you know, so there's a lot of things that to doing what you're doing, you also have to surround yourself around the right people.
It is
So
true.
one thing is being able to let go of what's holding you back. And sometimes that's your own family.
That is
Sometimes
true.
that's your own friends. Sometimes that's your own personality. So
That's true.
there's a whole lot of self-reflecting that needs to happen. A whole lot of step back, watch everything and see what's working, see what's not, and understand that you're 90% of the problem
Yeah, you're right.
because
And then it jumps into that whole aspect as in like lately I've noticed that you taking that extra step to let people know you gotta like do self-worth. And I see in every stream that you like start pulling up, it says, do you ever wonder
starting.
why like learn
Oh, you're
yourself
talking about my
or like
titles?
yeah like you start putting that in everything and then you
Oh, you
started
guys
like
see
a
that?
little yeah we see that like we see that every time like you go stream if you don't change it it stays the same but it's consistently like that and I think it's a great thing that you're doing as in like letting it be consistently reminded because sometimes people need that like question some because have you ever asked a person a question and they're like wait what am I doing? You know, like what am I doing with that stuff? So I've seen that you do that, and I feel like that's probably some people have run into those situations because
Bro,
you're
I
like,
asked the universe the questions that I was afraid of getting the answers for. What's going to happen to my daughter?
hmm
I kept asking that fucking question. Sorry for my language again.
no,
I
you're
kept
good, you're
asking that
good.
I kept asking that question. And the answers like literally started like deciphering. Like it's weird because the universe answered without hearing a voice.
Yeah,
Me and my best friend fought. I sent him a message. He ignored me, blocked me. None of my messages were being delivered right after. You got to understand that the universe is answering all the questions that I'm asking. It's just answering not the way you want it. Like most people are gonna be like, well, no one's telling me anything. It's like,
hmm
well, no.
you really
Understand
gotta
life is.
find it
Life is happening.
yourself.
Life is happening for you, not to you. So once you start choosing the path that you want to go with your life, and you start to see that people are starting to be projecting insecurities onto you, oh, you'll never make it. Oh, you're stupid. You're a dreamer. I mean, you do cut them out, take them out of your life. Those
Yeah.
people are afraid to chase their dreams and they want to hold you back because you want to chase yours. Kick them out of your fucking life. Like and again, sorry for my language, but
No,
it's
you're
just
good. You're totally fine.
yeah, it's just the force of habit. I'm going to apologize. My bad. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry
Yeah.
for being apologetic. It's just, you know what I mean?
Don't be sorry for being yourself, man. To be honest,
Right,
in
exactly.
this
That's why I
podcast,
hate. They're like, "Oh yeah, don't apologize." I'm like, "Well, I'm going to,"
I'm
but
going
I
to, you
didn't.
know,
Yeah,
like I
because
have
I'm
to do it.
sorry as
Sorry.
fuck. You know what I mean? No, but nah, but anyways, yeah, a lot of people just there's a lot of people who just refuse to look at that. People refuse to look at that stuff. People don't they don't realize that we're all connected the same way, right?
Mhm.
So the people like yeah, I've projected a lot of insecurities onto people. You're one of them. I remember telling you that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I was low key kind of jealous about you wanting to do YouTube and all that stuff, and I try to like tell you, oh yeah, well you need to work, you need to do this, but I was just mad because I had to work.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? I was mad because
Yeah.
I had to work two jobs. I was unhappy. So you gotta understand the fact that I'm even able to tell you that tells you a lot. Like it's I realized I'm like, you know what, dude, that was wrong of me because this kid really wanted to do this.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And that was wrong of me. Like people don't want to look at themselves like that.
You're right.
But
Yeah,
but look,
people
dude,
are
I used to
never
work on
willing to
vehicles.
take like realize that what they just did was wrong, you know? They people always keep their mind like, you know what? No, what I said was right, you know? Or they just don't take that time to like step back and be like, let me think if that was like the best way I could have said it, or like was that even right of me? Like, am I pushing something I don't want to towards someone else? You know?
Look, I remember telling my wife this. I was
Mhm.
like, um, it's like a mechanic. 'Cause I used to work on cars. Is in order for the mechanic to know how to fix the vehicle, you have to get down to the problem. You have to diagnose, do the diagnostics, right? So you have to
Mhm.
go down to the core problem on what's wrong with the vehicle, so that way you can better fucking replace it or repair it. So a lot of the times you got to do like a diagnostics on yourself. You got to like stem down, study yourself
Yeah.
why things aren't working. Like like everything is possible. Everything and anything is possible. I've done so much stuff with my life, and this is why I'm not afraid. Like, look, bro, I'm unemployed. I'm broke. A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't do this," broke. But look, throughout the process of me being broke, I found myself. So yeah, you can tell people not to do this, not to quit their job, but in the process, you may be saving people's lives if you encourage it.
Very true, man. It and that's another thing, it's just, like, people don't realize a simple thing to, like I could say something, may not mean anything to me, but that person that just received that, like, compliment or anything like that, just realized, like, oh, like, it's gonna be on the back of their head, like, it's either gonna be a negative thing or a positive thing, you know? And it's not easy to get rid of those negative things, and mainly if they stack up a lot, people usually tend to go through, like, a really steep, dark area, and would you really like someone to be going through that just because of what you said? So people have to realize, like, let me reword it or say it in a better way, or sometimes it has to be said the way it is. But you got to realize that sometimes some of the shit you say to someone may not always be in a good way, you know?
Even though it has good intent, it may
Yeah.
not be taken as good intent. You know what I mean? Good intentions.
Yeah.
That's why this is why I lead by example now. I don't I don't try to tell people anything.
Hmm.
It's just more or less like, look, man. And the thing is, because I care for people a lot, and I
Yeah.
want people to achieve their goals. I want people to dream. I want people to dream big and chase it, but they have to like focus on the little things in between, and that's your mind, body, and soul.
Yeah.
And so your self worth. You got to love yourself, man. Otherwise, you'll never succeed. Like if you hate yourself, you're gonna be the death of you. Like that's one thing. That's why I mentioned that whole ego thing when someone tried to tell me I was egotistical. It's like no, I just love myself. Like you made me hate myself because you hate yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
So, like, and this person is a friend of mine, like who still she's like, "Oh, you guys are toxic." I'm like you're toxic. You're toxic because you're pointing the fingers and not looking at yourself.
Mhm.
You're toxic, not me. Like I'm talking highly of myself, and that makes you insecure. You're toxic, not me. Like if anything, I want people to hype each other up, not put each other down because you're insecure. Do you
You're right.
understand? Because
Yeah.
like your words are very impactful. I could tell someone, "Oh, shut the fuck up, bro. You're not that good." That will fuck with someone's mind. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
it's better like, no, bro, you could do it, dude. Like, yeah, yeah. It's like people are just so insecure and don't want to acknowledge it. It's like, dude, you're highly insecure. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to understand, you're not the only one who's insecure. Everybody's insecure. So when you project your insecurities, it makes their insecurities even harder on them. So it's people just need to understand and start projecting love instead of hate and fear.
Very true.
Like,
Very true. It's
yeah,
just
it's
spreading that love. Like, you gotta understand, like, a community won't succeed if only one person's doing it. Gotta realize that everyone has to be like either with you or like helping
everybody
you.
has a purpose.
Yeah.
Everybody has a purpose. And that's one thing that I hate when people are like, oh, there's you know what I mean? This is what we have to do. We have to work. I mean, dude, come on, man. You have a purpose.
Hmm.
Like, but it's reiterating what you think success means to you. Because, like, dude, there's people out there who are happy with working as a car salesman.
You're right.
If that guy's happy as a car salesman, even a store clerk, like, doesn't matter if you make 30 or a million. Like Gary Vee says, bro, it's all about your happiness. And it's true. Like, it's true. 100%. Like, as long as you're fucking happy, dude, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, people will see that you're happy. And, dude, how are you going to shit on someone who's happy? If you shit on someone who's happy, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. I love
Do you
one of those like those moments where like you say something negative towards someone and you don't see their emotion change or whatever. It's just they're still happy. Like, oh, really? Thank you. Well, you know what? I'll take that
dude,
in notice. It's like
I've
it
had that.
hurts the person that is saying the negative stuff so much more. Like it
I've been there.
grinds their gears.
I'm like, why aren't you getting fucking mad? And then I realize that I'm a piece of shit. I'm like, oh, dude, fuck. Damn way to make me fucking self reflect, you asshole. No, but yeah, yeah, no, it's like that. It really is like that, though. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
No,
bro,
yeah,
I'm
it be
sorry,
like
man.
that,
You're
bro.
such a good guy. I literally walked back to my old job where where this whole journey started. And it was
Hmm.
because like when I was working there, everything was falling apart. And it was hard for me to get a hold of everything because I was like
Yeah.
losing my wife. My wife cheated on me, so I didn't trust anybody because the one person I loved and trust fucking betrayed me. And so I honestly just thought everyone had it out for me. I was
Hmm.
insanely insecure, insanely insecure. And my boss was super empathetic with me. I wanted to be a supervisor over there at the shop, and he was just like pushing for me to be it, but I was drunk every day at work. You understand? Like that's
Yeah.
insanely irresponsible. And the thing about it is that I treated him like shit when he was super patient with me. He even was like, "Hey, bro, I know some we can get you in some programs if you have to leave early for some Alcoholics Anonymous." Like, dude, this dude literally, I didn't even tell him. I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not even drunk. You can smell it on my breath." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? And I was just like, man, whatever. I was in denial. So it was like, but he was being super calm with me. And it got to the point where I just became too toxic, bro, and he just had to let me go. But he was
Yeah.
super calm about it. He was super nice. He wasn't a dick. And I hated him for that. I'm like, you're a fucking douchebag. You know what I mean? But he's not.
Yeah.
Like he was actually like trying to help me, and I was just being a bitch. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I hate that word, but it's the truth. I was being a bitch. So it was like I go, I realized and everything, and I heard a radio ad of the Burt Brothers. It was Burt
Mhm.
Brothers Tires and Service where I used to work, and they're like, Burt Brothers does it better, and it makes me laugh because I'm always like, shit, I just do it better, because I always say that when I
Yeah.
stream, I'm just better, baby. Like, so like, you know what I mean? I always say I'm just better, baby, and so like when I heard that on the fucking ad, if it was a year ago prior, I would have been like super envious, and I would have been like, "Oh, man, fuck Burt Brothers, they're garbage." But they
Yeah.
really do a good job. They do better. Like they're like one of the best people in Utah when it comes to tire service, dude. Like they are strict on their employees. Like you can't fuck anything up. So like when I heard that on the ad, instead of me being envious, I realized where I was at with my mental growth because I'm like, they do better. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go talk to Randy.
Mhm.
So I ended up walking downtown and I go up to Randy and I was like, thank you. And I'm sorry. And he goes, what are you talking about? I was like, my whole process and my journey started here. You taught me empathy. You taught me that people do care. And I was lost and I hated you for it. But I honestly realized that I just hated myself. I hated myself that I was harsh to you. But I should have appreciated everything you were trying to do for me. And he was like, wow. I was like, you were a part of what I am today. And I shook his hand and I left.
There you go. It's nice.
So
Like you gotta let people know like there is people out there that have tried that were like tried so hard to help people out and everything and that never get recognized, you know. And sometimes people are like, well, should I be like still trying to help people? There is those people that as well that just on their own they're like, you know what, I'm gonna continue doing this because it's something I love to do. You know, like I love helping people out, even though it's always
check this out.
negative.
Check this out. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So this is at 6 in the morning. It's my home, baby. Salt Lake City. This is downtown, Pioneer Park. They had a lot of concerts here. I had a lot of memories here. I didn't even realize I had a basketball court. Never mind my stupidity. Soccer, soccer, Gold Coast, post. Yeah, I can't even say it. This place looks really nice. This place used to be flooded with homeless people. Looks beautiful. They cleaned it up. Man, it's a good day. 6 a.m. I'm walking over to, believe it or not, a job I got fired from back when I was addicted to drugs. I was losing everything. And so I document everything I do.
There you go. Yeah, I've heard you talk about stories where you actually have a notebook and you start writing down stuff and everything like that. Like
Journal.
and a journal. There we go. And it's great. People should be doing that because it's self reflecting and like you can see it and like you know what I did this, I did that. Like it helps sometimes even people just like see what they've accomplished. It gives them that second reassurance. Like I'm doing something. You know, like I'm
I,
treating
I was
myself. I'm doing
using
something different.
I was using the journal a little different.
Hmm.
Uh well I maybe not. I don't know. I never knew how journals would work. But I would I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, you write in a diary, you fucking weirdo. I used to, you know what I mean? I never understood
Yeah.
anything about it. I was just super douchebag when I was a kid. But what I do is I just something big that happens, whether it's good or bad. Like if someone makes me feel negative or makes me feel like shit, I'll write it down. If someone makes me feel good and happy, I'll write down why I felt good and happy. I mean maybe that is how a journal works. I don't know. That's
Hmm.
just what I do, and I do that just to kind of analyze my emotions. That's one of the things that I understand that my entire life I made choices entirely based off of emotion instead of logic. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
had to change that. I had to start like doing things logically. Like how is this gonna make me feel if I go here?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So
No, you're right. You're right. And one of the things that I've learned is that what is it from you? Actually, like when I wanted to jump back onto like streaming and everything, I saw that you were streaming, so I hit you up. I was like, "Hey, bro, like I see you stream. Like we should like play some games together, or like stream together." And you're like, "Oh shit, you stream?" And I'm like, barely starting it up again, and and it's crazy because I didn't realize that like you know like some people when they like like people around me I don't expect them to be like doing like all these like cool stuff like making it seem like not making it seem but like doing it and it's you see their streams. I saw a couple of your streams and everything and I loved them because you make it feel so professional and everything like that and I don't know, like it just comes so easy to you. So let me pull up your actual let me pull up your TikTok so people can see some of your clips and everything. Let me see.
Oh, they're garbage.
They're
I
garbage.
honestly don't even put so much effort into it.
Like one of my favorite ones. Let's see. What is this? This one's a new one.
Oh, what's up? Hey, I'm the only Chimi. I'm gonna be going live right now on Twitch. Link will be in the description below.
Oh yeah.
Come tune in and
I was
have
just
some
like,
fun.
oh hey.
Oh, hey,
That's
what's up? Hi, you caught me. He's like, oh,
hey, look, dude. Yeah, I
let's
was bored
see.
as fuck.
This right here. It looks like this is your most popular one right here.
The Hellblade
You're still
Sanua?
not even.
Oh, no,
I'm
Hellblade
real
Sanua,
cool
right? I
guy.
love it.
Okay. Says you're
Oh, but
still
this one's
here.
funny though. A
So
lot of people like this one.
Oh, dope.
I can't hear anything of it.
You can't hear
am I
anything.
be
supposed
able to
turn it up?
rejoin
Oh,
us.
I'm supposed to turn up on this.
Yeah?
My bad.
Yeah. At least that's what he's saying.
Bro, look at
This
how
is-
much water I was retaining right there. I wasn't taking care of myself.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh
that,
shit.
Holy.
Yeah.
He's broken on this side.
I can't hit the
I was
buy.
like, I came back. I really did.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go. Come back.
I don't
And
have
it's
a
funny
gun,
because
though.
like
Oh. The
I
distraction.
had no gun.
no gun whatsoever, just running up in a pistol.
Yeah.
Dude, and I couldn't hit my,
I only have a handgun.
shit, but two bad players. Two bad players shooting at each other. I'm like, no.
Weak.
Don't waste your bullets.
Don't waste your bullet.
Push it, push it.
I didn't even realize there was bullets.
Where
I
is he?
just sprayed.
I don't know, but heal up.
This video's throwing me off because I don't know if you're talking on the actual like podcast or the game, like the TikTok. I'm like, wait.
That.
And so, and like you were talking about, like you
Where's the
you
other
like
one?
feel yourself like once you're in a movement and everything like
Oh
that.
my god!
can-
I'm so good, dude.
That's the greatest comeback.
You like easily like can
I
get
was
through
like,
that
I'm
shit.
so
Like
good.
a lot of people cannot get like do that. Like you got to realize you put in time and like work on that. Like here as in where like you said yourself, like you realize you were bad, so you had to put yourself in it like hard mode.
Oh,
Like you had
yeah, I always put myself in tough situations, dude. Like that's why when I play Warzone, I like to play. If you ever see in the beginning of my streams, I'll do solo trios or solo duos or solo quads. I mean, that's rare. I don't really like to do solo quads because I get like fucking destroyed. But
Mhm.
because I'm a dumbass. When I go to solo quads, I don't like to camp. I'll go to where all the fucking people are fighting, and then I'm outnumbered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not that amazing, so I get destroyed a lot. But that I'll always put myself at a disadvantage. So like even with meta guns, I don't use meta guns. I use just whatever I want to use.
Yeah, and it was
So
like that when it was in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Like people got to realize that
oh
it's
no,
not
I
just
was
like
poor.
changing it.
Dude, I couldn't afford Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's expensive.
It is.
So
It's
I
mad
was just like,
expensive.
that wasn't because I'm some kind of mastermind. I had to like I'd play YGO Pro and play the meta decks in there just so I know what's the weak points, and I'm like, oh, this is the key card. This is how you stop it. Cool. My broke ass knows how to stop you now. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
wasn't because I was like some kind of fucking genius there. I was just poor.
And here's another clip I actually like. When I saw this, I was like, God damn it! Like, let me give you a little brief explanation. It's just here. I think you kind of explain it right here. There you go.
Oh, it's like I'm just gonna blow myself.
I don't have the balls.
All
right.
I ain't got the balls. All right.
I'll show
Like,
you.
Don't challenge me with a good time. motherfucker.
No, you already said it.
But I was
I'm gonna pull up to a team and I'm gonna blow myself up. Maybe I don't have the balls. Watch this.
Maybe
Watch
I don't
this.
have the
They're gonna
balls.
snipe at me and I'm gonna blow myself up.
Oh, this shit was
That was such.
That was so dope, bro.
Yeah,
That was
I like to do
hilarious.
stupid shit.
Like it's clips like that. People don't realize that are like
Bro, I just
probably
like to
like
send it. Like it's funny 'cause I just like to send it. That's like I was saying in my stream yesterday before it kept crashing. I met this new guy, and I
Mhm.
was like, just send it,
Send it, just
because
throw
he
it,
was
bro.
all because he was all like, I want to stream. It's still a dream. You know, I want to stream. I still hold on to the dream. I was like, just do it. Like, bro,
Do
ain't
it.
nothing to it but to do it. I used to say, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Ain't nothing
Like,
to it
what,
but to do it.
dude? If you're bad at it, fucking get good. Get good, kid. Like, it's just the reality of it. Like, have fun in the process.
Very true, very true. And then the other cool thing about your streams and everything that I personally love is that it's not just straight gaming where people just sit there and just watch you do stuff. You actually make them feel home, and you do little comedy skits like this right here.
Matthew McConaughey, that's the homeboy.
What you saying, bro?
I was like, huh? Can't hear you. I was delirious, bro. I was so tired.
I
I
remember,
was like, bro,
I
I was
remember
like, I need to
being
go to
in
bed.
that stream, in like talking about like you need to do this, you need to do this. We were all like all hyping you up. You were pulling up different
I
like
put I'm all like popping
cutouts.
out the mouse, like talking with my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy because like people don't realize a lot of those intros, like where it was showing your name, Chimmy, you actually created those yourself. Like you're putting in the work to show people that you have the skills for it. And it's
I mean, everyone has the skills for it. If I could do it, you could do it.
very
I mean,
true.
it's just how much time are you willing to put in? It's that's the only difference, really.
That
Like
is true.
I put in so much time in this shit, bro. Dude, again, I sat here for a year and a half doing everything, bro. I retained so much water, bro. I know I said I wrote a joke about this, but I'll say the joke. Like my ankles, bro, them bitches got swollen, and I got so lazy and comfortable with the way my fucking physical stature was going that I
Mm.
named them Patricia and Bernice. Like, bro, I'm not even kidding. I legit named my kinkles. And I'm like, dude, I named them bad boys? Like, fuck out of here.
Fuck out
So
of
I got up and went on a walk, dude. And I was like, you bitches gotta go. You toxic women.
Yeah,
Eh.
what is it? Yeah, one of the things, like one thing people don't realize, Gary Vee says like throw some amazing knowledge. Like you can literally tell him, all right, 3 words. Like what motivates you? Like using 3 words.
To
He's like,
fucking do it.
you're gonna die. You're gonna die. He told that
Right.
to one person. So she's like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna die. So I need to do it now. I'm gonna do stuff. One of my favorite things that I saw was Gary Vee, and it comes a little bit with that whole situation where you realize how bad your ankles were. Someone came up to him. He's like, so people put in the grind to put in the business and everything, but do you think it's important to be healthy? He's like, look at it this way: if you die, your business dies. So stay healthy. It's like you got to realize that. Like the way I took that in was you got to focus on yourself. You got to realize that the business isn't just running on its own. Like you're running it, so you have to be maintaining yourself to keep running it.
You have to your self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's you got to understand who you are. You got to understand, your physical health is what's going to keep you driving. Like I didn't dude, I never used to work out. Like I used to be like in shape because I used to skateboard,
Mm-hmm.
but like never like lifting or running. I never did stuff like that. I mean, I never had to. I had a six pack and stuff. I was like, damn, look at me, I look good. But now I got boobs and fucking rolls. So I'm like, dude, what happened to me? Like, what the fuck? I can't, and I don't have a skateboard, so I can't go skating. And it's cold, so it's like, you know what I mean? I just put
Yeah.
on sweats and fucking my running shoes and went outside. You know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah.
it's time to kick those bitches to the curb. Patricia and Bernice weren't paying rent, dude. They were here too long.
So here's another little thing is that you in any situation you know how to make people laugh, and it's so easy for you to like produce that like comedy real quick and easy. Like I'm gonna show people your introduction, like your little trailer for Twitch. So let me pull this up real quick.
Oh,
Oh, I
bro,
need to be a
that's still up there. I thought
subscriber.
I deleted it.
I need to be a subscriber. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Subscribe,
sadly.
fool.
Subscribe, food. I'll pull it up in a bit towards the end. I'll pull it up. I'll log into
Yeah,
my
on yours.
actual thing so that way I can
Um,
show it. Let's see, but let's see. I wanted to
oh,
come back.
yeah. I don't have the video anymore. Otherwise, I'd send it to you. I deleted it. I thought I deleted it off my Twitch. The fact that it's still there, I have to get rid of it. Dude, that I need to get rid of that. But it's not because like I'm ashamed of it. It's because I'm changing
No,
my schedule.
yeah, that's one thing. What is it? Because on my Twitch account and everything, like it keeps repeating that, like, oh, create like your trailer and everything. I'm like, yeah, but like, so what I've realized is people mention their like schedules, and usually my schedule changes a lot when it comes to my gaming stuff. Like before, it was like,
I was never
Mon.
consistent with it. That's why I had to change it. Because I was just like, dude, my dumbass was like, I'm gonna stream in the morning
Mhm.
and in the evenings, and then I was late to both.
You're barely waking up. You're like, oh shit, how the
Yeah.
web's gonna do
I
this?
was like, well, how am I late to the job I started?
You
God
got.
damn.
You're like, damn. If I could, I'd fire
I'm like,
myself.
I was like, fuck, bro, Jimmy, you're fired. I'm like, fuck.
You're fired.
No, I promise, boss, I'll be the best man tomorrow. Like, no, you won't, dumbass. You're talking to me. I'm you. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't lie to you, huh?
I can't lie to you. So I do have your Instagram pulled up right here, and let's see. Does this
Oh
show?
yeah, I
Yeah,
just
look,
uploaded
like
that. I uploaded that today.
people got to
Yeah,
realize, like, your art, like you're showing people your skills right here. Like it's not easy to create that stuff, like right here, just showing your logo Chimney, like and making it do all that stuff, bro. Like when you were telling me how to do all this stuff, I'm like, bro, that's a lot. I don't see myself putting in the
it's
time
actually
and effort to do
that was actually real simple though. But yeah,
it. Damn, making me, me
well, I
feel
mean,
stupid.
I guess it's only simple just because like I knew it,
Yeah,
but it's not. It's kind of hard. Yeah, yeah, it is actually kind of hard. I shouldn't say that because then I don't. You're gonna have some people thinking like, no, he could do it, and then
you
they
can do
go
it.
and they get overwhelmed. It's actually it's easy once you fucking put in the grind.
Yeah.
Once you get that grind, then stuff like that is like very simple.
Yeah, because all you got to learn, like the way it was. So I feel like the way life is like for me. This is how I put. People are always having
If you're gonna
troubles
play
with
the
math
video,
and
mute the
everything.
audio. By the
Mute
way,
the audio. Okay.
yeah, because I always play Nipsey Hussle music in my clips. But
All
yeah,
right. But what is it? When it comes to like when with me with math, everyone would always tell me like, how are you like so good at it, or why is it so easy for you? You're getting it done real quick. I'm like, you got to realize once you learn the basics, it's easy. Like you got to learn a little root, somewhere to start off, and then from there you just go like with all the other ways of like finishing stuff. So I feel like that's how people see it as like it may be this big difficult thing or anything like that. And to me, like I see it difficult just doing just the simple video, like just creating that. Like that looks difficult, but to you it's easy. Like it's something simple because you
I
fully understood it
say
and
that,
like
but
educated.
honestly, I went through a lot of shit to actually get that video done. So I mean, that's why I said let me rephrase that because it's actually it's easy now. Like I could do it now, like
Hmm.
very simple. But to get that video done, it took me, dude. It literally kicked my ass. Like
Oh.
I was just like, and that literally is only what like 30 seconds. Like that's crazy. It's or like a minute, I think. I don't know. But one thing I love about it is that dude creating something that you did. Like
Hmm.
that is something to take pride in because like no one could take it from you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and then something else you've
Who's
created. Your
right? So it's
daughter,
like
bro. Like you put in a lot of like love, and I've seen you, bro. Like I've seen you take time and like love your daughter. Like there's another creation that you put in time and work with. You know. I remember, I remember your daughter like when she was a
look at
baby,
like
bro.
actually go read that, bro. So
Let's
my
see.
daughter like read the most recent one.
Yeah,
I
Daddy loves
just
you.
uploaded it this morning.
Daddy is
Um,
fighting for you. Let's see. Mommy is selfish, but we forgive her. Daddy will take you back. Daddy
have
knows.
you back.
Oh, sorry. You see, I'm bad at rating, bro. I swear, I feel like I'm somewhat dyslexic. Yeah, I always jump over and everything. Let's see. Daddy knows we. Daddy knows who he
What
is,
he
and
want, Dad. Yeah, Daddy knows who he is. Daddy
you
knows
read it
what he
for me.
wants. Alexa, hold on, because your webcam is blocking it. I'll
Oh.
just read it off my phone. But no, we're good. I could just read it off my phone. I did post it on my phone. So I put. So daddy loves you. Daddy is fighting for you. Mommy is selfish, but we forgive her. Daddy will have you back. Daddy knows who he is, and Daddy knows what he wants. Alexa, you are dad's purpose. Dad is sober. Dad is focused. Dad is successful. Dad is a warrior. Dad is a lover. Dad is a hero. Dad is the best man he can be for you. You understand more than I gave you credit for. Don't hate mom for her selfish ways because mommy is hurt. Patience is a virtue. I love you, Alexa. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year's in case I don't get to spend time with you. Dad will be winning every fight that is thrown at him for you, my love.
Damn, man, that's majorly heartwarming. Like, it's just like that. You got to. A lot of people don't realize, but like when anything happens where like it's difficult between the parents and everything, the children go through it. But they say the females are the ones that get affected the most if they're not with their children. But in reality, I've seen more fathers like cry and like go through so much difficult things, and they still want to be
Suicide.
with their kids.
My
Yeah.
friend, my friend Jeremy Tansky, he actually won his daughter, committed suicide. You got to understand, he was fighting for her. We're in a state that favors mothers.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, my wife committed adultery. She cheated on me. I already know that she's gonna win, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
Not on my
and
watch.
uh, what
Yeah,
people
like
don't realize that the
she's just
percentage
winning
of
by
like
default.
suicides, yeah, literally when it comes to like all this like government stuff and everything, the government favors the females on these situations when it comes to like the whole
By default,
separation thing and
right?
everything by default. Like it, pretty much the system is worked towards them. So a lot of people don't realize all the stuff the guys have to go through. And when you talk about like divorce and everything like that, they automatically go like, oh, the guy fucked up. The guy is the reason why it didn't work
We
and all
we
that.
both
But
we both fucked up, but yeah, I do know what you mean because like the man is the instant blame,
yeah, instant
and
blame, and it's fucked
I
up to
never
see it like
cheated.
that.
I never cheated,
I mean, with the
nor
boys you
will I.
did.
Well, I mean, I fucked the homies, but it's not cheating if they're the homies.
Right?
Nah,
It's
this
not
is
gay
just
if
what
you
we do on a daily basis.
right. It's not gay if you don't get them pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's only weird
You-
if you think it's weird.
right. So just be about it.
Open
Just
your
do
mind,
it.
you fucking weirdo. No, no, but like I never cheated on her. I never will. I never cheated on anybody. I even feel weird trying to even date anybody now because the divorce isn't final.
Mhm.
Like we're still separated. So it's like for me, I won't. I just won't. I'm not her. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
cheat on anybody. I'm not gonna like lower my standards because someone hurt my feelings. Like it's like, nah, dude, you're insecure. So you did what you did to hurt me. Although it hurts me, I'm not gonna let that define me.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm still like almost every damn relationship I was ever in, I've been cheated on. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I've never cheated.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but that like you can't control people. You can control yourself only.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. So I do realize as well that you have a dollar and cent
I
clothing
need to take
line.
that off.
You need to take that
Yeah,
off, or I won't pull it up. Then I won't pull it
it's
up.
no longer. It's actually no longer dollars and cents. It's self worth.
Self-worth, yeah, because I did see on the Discord chat that we're in and everything, your Discord server, that you have that. Yeah, I thought you were still running this personal one right here, not
I
just the
think that'll
self-worth
still
one.
take you to self worth though. That
Will it?
link.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think so because it's the same
Not
store. I
found.
just
Yeah, it's not found. It probably just created a new link and everything
yeah.
for it when you
Okay.
changed the
Yeah.
actual name. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I need to rechange that then. Thank
yeah,
you for
we're.
shedding light on that because I didn't realize. I didn't
I'm over
realize
here
that was there.
shedding all this stuff. You're like, wait, that
You're
shit's
like, you're
still on there.
fucking up right here. You're fucking up right here.
Do you
I'm
see
up there
this
here.
video? Do you see that? That shit isn't consistent anymore.
You're all putting on that video by Hank Hill, where he's all yelling at Peggy. He's like, "You're a loser. You're a loser. Would you feel sorry for yourself, big baby?" I'm like, "Oh,
Don't do it. Look, you see, even you still got it on your Instagram, bro. Dollar and cents.
I know. I need to get rid of it.
It's-
I'm not, dude. I'm not active on my social media. I try to stay away from it. It's too toxic.
Let's get back to the
That's only
regular
toxic
stuff.
because I allow it to get toxic. I'm like reading stuff that pisses me off. I'm like, I shouldn't be reading this. I liked it better when I was illiterate.
What is it? So another thing I love that in your streams, again, it comes back to the whole comedy thing. I pulled you up on my TV and everything. I was watching your stream. I couldn't stop laughing when you mentioned this one thing. You were playing Cold, no, not Cold War. What is it? Warzone. You were playing Warzone. You were having like you were playing, and one of my favorite like I don't know if it's a full segment, but you jump in with random people because you just throw so many jokes and everything. And you guys were playing, and you start screaming. You're like, they didn't fix the glitch. They have guns.
The motherfuckers got guns. Yeah, I was like, they're shooting back. Ah! Yeah. Or
It's
like
like
that
one of
one
my
guy that the one guy that I was like, I like the way you sound. Are you seeing anyone? And he starts laughing. I was like, you sound like you're fucking married, bro. He goes, he's just dying, bro. I was like, he goes, how did you know I was married? I'm like, because I was married too, bro. That's how I laughed. I was like,
but yeah, it's just like I feel like that. Me personally, I love watching stuff like that on creators and everything like that. And you're one of like the few people that can like actually exceed on that little area because I've seen other like streamers and everything that we kind of like talk with and everything like that. They try that.
oh,
They're so serious,
bro, they
so
can't laugh
serious.
at themselves.
No.
Like, that's the one thing that, like, because first and foremost, bro, I got into this dog shit or dog water, whatever that
Dog
means.
water.
Yeah, it's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's
Like,
the
you do
censored
realize,
version of dog shit.
right? Like, I heard kids tell me like dog water. I'm like, you do realize you drink the same water your dog does, dumbass. Like,
They look at you
dog.
like, bruh.
No, they don't know what I mean. I'm like, yeah, it is. You fucking moron.
We got an old man in this up in this
Now,
chat
hot
and
dog
everything.
water, that's offensive on a whole other level. Like, yo, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I get
Oh
so mad
god.
when they call me, you hot dog water. I'm like, yo,
Yo.
chill.
Chill.
We couldn't afford Kool-Aid in the projects. Not too much. They're like, bro, sir, you're from Salt Lake City, Utah. There's no projects in Utah. I'm
There's
like,
no projects. Like we made it our projects.
I was like, why you gotta get so technical? Just let me lie.
Let me
What's
laugh.
wrong with you?
Let me build a story that I don't have.
No,
all
I'm
right?
not. I'm not happy with myself, so I come up with all these bullshit stories. Right?
Yeah.
See, like my jokes are very self-reflective.
Yeah.
So I'll say stuff like that, like for instance, like I'm not happy with myself, so I come up with bullshit. So like people are like, so do I. Like, you know?
They're like, I feel that on
Oh
just
my God.
such a different level
Oh.
already.
I'm like, self-worth, baby. Oh, camera's over here. Self-worth. I'm all pointing the wrong way.
You're inverted, bro. It's not the
I know,
camera.
dude. I know, dude. I got two cameras right here, so I'm like, oh shit.
And then
I'm looking at two screens.
so moving on to this new segment and everything on this my podcast is I normally talk about like anime stuff. And I don't know if you know like if you're a big like anime
We'll be back
enthusiast and
after these
everything.
messages. No, I'm just no.
But I know one thing that you really love is a man right behind you on your bed is Homer Simpson. So like I even know that
Oh,
you have
yo, there's no man on my bed, bro.
Don't tease me with a good time.
Yeah. Told you to go
Yeah,
somewhere
like
else, fucker. Where's Mark?
you love the Simpsons. You even got it tattooed on you. Like that's one of my the coolest tattoos I know that you have to myself, at least.
Bro, everyone knows me in Utah as the Simpsons guy. You know how dope that is? Even the cops that used to fucking pull me over, like, dude, he's not a criminal. He's a Simpsons guy.
He's just
Well,
Bart.
thanks.
He really he
thanks,
does a
bald
lot of
officer.
stupid shit, but you can't do anything to him.
I know, because I'm lovable, son.
So
He's
yeah,
all,
like
bro, you can't do anything to hurt me. I already hurt myself enough. This is-
and,
You know what I
and
mean?
people think it's just like, oh, he probably just likes it, so he like has the tattoo, little collector and
You know,
everything.
one
No,
thing I hated.
you're
One thing I hated it being asked. What? Why the Simpsons? Why'd you get your mom tatted on you? You love her, don't you? You dumbass. I love it. Like, why ask questions that are self-explanatory?
Yeah, like usually what people
I despise it.
and I
So
want to
be
let
reminded of the things I hate.
yeah.
Come on, dumbass. I'm sorry. So.
No, you're totally fine, bro.
No, no, I'm not, I'm
At
not
least
talking to the viewers. Like, I'm sorry
I'm
if you're
sorry.
that dumbass that asked the questions. Because I don't mean to call you a dumbass. Unless you're a dumbass, then I'll call you a dumbass.
Self-worth.
Self worth.
And yeah.
Hey, I am a dumbass.
And we'll stand by that.
And I love me like you love you. Self worth.
Self-worth. But yeah,
No,
like
dope. That's my little dumbass right there. I love you.
A lot of
Just kidding.
people when you talk about like when they see like, oh, he just likes Simpsons. No, I've mentioned like episodes to you. Like I don't know, I can't fully explain like the episode. Like, but they're doing this and that, and you're like, oh yeah, this episode and all this stuff. Like this is the main plot behind that. Like you've watched The Simpsons like back to
Bro,
back a
I'm
lot.
subscribed to Disney Plus. That's literally what I watch when I go to bed every night.
Like you
You know
love
what I
this
mean?
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, you know what's fucking hilarious? I actually wanted to get with you to see if you wanted to collaborate and see if we can get a group of people to do it. But I want to film like, so there's a scene from The Simpsons where
Mhm.
the biker gang. I don't know if you remember that one, where he goes, "We're the
Dude.
Hell Satans." Remember that? Like he has like the Hell Satans, like a little biker gang. He won up free motorcycles, so he starts a biker gang. But anyways, Homer, like the biker gang that came, because he ended up stealing the same like name from
Mhm.
a known biker gang, which in all reality, it's reference to Hell's Angels, but
Mhm.
on there it's Hell's Satans. And so he goes, "We're the Hell Satans," and then they punk Homer and them to stop using it. And so they end up kidnapping Marge because Marge is like, cooking for them, washing all their stuff, and they
Yeah.
all love her. So they kidnapped her. Homer took it the wrong way, as if they're hurting her, but they're all like trying to learn from her and study, and you know what I mean? Just teaching them how to be better people.
Yeah.
And so Homer goes in there into a bar, like into like a bar out in the wild, like out in the not wild, huh? Like
But
out in like out in the middle of nowhere. He
yeah.
goes to this bar and there's like a bunch of motorcycles outside, and Homer's all like, "Hey!" Smashes a bottle or like a mug,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Where's my wife?" And all the music stops and the fighting stops, and they all look, and then it cuts to a scene where Homer wakes up outside. He's like, "That's it." So he gets up and goes back in there, and he's all ding ding ding. He goes, "Hey, I think we got off on the wrong foot," and then just shows him get back up. Like it just cuts to another scene where he gets back up, and he goes, "Some people just don't learn." And he's all rolling up his sleeve. I'm like, "Yo, dumbass! Like you're the one who just don't learn." But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I wanted to remake that, but like, you know what I mean? Because it's
With your
like,
little twist.
yeah, because it is self reflection. Yeah, I mean, it's a way to make fun of myself, to be like, well, no, it's you who's not learning. But in reality, I want to do it to like, well, you got to also look at yourself because you're also doing the same mistakes over and over again. You know what I mean? And so like, but yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Like it's funny as hell. You know what I mean? He goes, "Some people just don't learn." He keeps waking up outside. Like, it's like, dude, it's you dummy.
You tell me.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
No, no, it's great. It's perfect. I've seen a couple episodes of The Simpsons and everything, and to this day, the only ones I can fully remember are the Halloween specials. That's the one
Oh, those
because
ones are dope though. I
I
like those.
have this. I
I
have
get
one of
scared
the
of them sometimes.
DVDs. You get scared of them
Yeah,
sometimes.
some of them actually scare me.
Shit.
I'm a pansy, bro. Like I
Oh.
get scared.
Well, have you have you been streaming that one like horror game that like the one was for
No,
like
because I got
VR?
scared shitless and I uninstalled. Like I'm not even kidding.
You really
I was like, bro, I'm a pansy. Like I legit like I played Outlast 2. I didn't realize how fucking scary that game was. So I was all like, I want a little scare. I even put it in the title. I want a little scare. And I was like, fuck, I wanted to get scared, not terrified. What the fuck is this, bro? It was horrific. That game was scary as hell. I was like,
Oh
just
gosh.
go back to Resident Evil. That was easier. You know what I mean? A little jump scare here and there. You got zombies who were slow as shit. So you're just like, yeah, whatever. You can outrun them. You know what I mean? But you're like over on Outlast, you're like running into these weird fucking angelic religious people, and you're just like, what the fuck? And they're all satanic. It's crazy as hell, bro. I was like, yo, this is creepy. I can't do this. Like
Yeah.
I just found God. Yeah, I don't have time for
I
this shit.
can't do this. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
back.
do this no more. Yeah. It's like, yo,
No.
this is the evil that I was reading about.
they're speaking the truth. You're just like
Right.
going through the book.
God
I swear
damn.
it's somewhere here.
This game captured exactly what the Bible was telling me.
All right, but yeah, coming towards the end of this whole situation, one thing I love asking
What situation, motherfucker? The whole podcast,
the
bro.
whole podcast.
God,
I'm
it's like, what you mean? What,
This is
like,
my
what,
second
Mike?
episode. I'm still
What
new
do
to this.
What do I fucking look like Jersey Shore over here? Is all situation almost
He did
showing
say
my
he
roles?
he did say he was a DJ and he has tattoos. You know.
Okay, that's Pauly D now.
I know.
Two different people, bro. Like, what are you, a noob? You never watched Jersey Shore?
I have.
What's wrong with you?
It's
I
embarrassing
was like
because
one of the only males that would watch that show.
no,
with a
bro,
bunch of other females.
you would watch it. I would watch it too.
I used to
Like,
hate on it, bro. I used to be like, Jersey Shore's so whack, and then here I am going to the nightclubs with spiky hair and shit.
like, look, yeah, bud.
I'm like,
Grenade,
GTL, baby. I
Alright.
never went to the gym in my life. I was like, GTL.
You just woke up drunk and continued to the party.
I was like, "Ooh." All the girls like it. All the girls like it. I love it
But
too.
coming to the end towards of this podcast, one question I love to ask is, um, a segment is helping out the single guy. Like, what would you like? Any advice you would give to one of those guys that are like single and everything, are trying to talk to girls, like dating advice? Like, what would you give if you could give to anyone?
Why would you tell me I'm single? What,
Bro, like, but
what kind of help can I give a female? The hell?
a
Oh,
female,
not
a male.
I mean, not really. A male. Yeah, I guess
But
you see where my mind's at. I'm all like females.
but like some advice that you've seen that
Just
you've
be
done yourself.
yourself, bro. Like honestly, like I was just always myself. And
Mhm.
I'm not saying, see, I have morals. So for me, I'm just I don't like to go around like sleeping one night stands. I don't believe in that stuff, dude. I
Mhm.
catch emotions, I catch feelings. I ain't ashamed of it because I'm a lover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is that I just, dude, I do have I guess a talent, a gift or whatever. Like with girls, girls love
Mhm.
me. They flock to me for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it's also because I can relate to them. I
Mhm.
I'm a female as well. I'm just kidding.
A fucking pansy.
Well, okay, I'm not a female. I'm just feminine. But I like pumpkin spice, bro. Just fucking fight me.
Fucking fight me.
No, but no, I just talk to. I just like everyone else. I just talk to everyone like I've known them forever. I
Mhm.
respect them like I would, my own brother or my own family member or relative. I just I don't like to overstep boundaries. I don't disrespect. Like you gotta understand, most females, dude, like especially gorgeous girls, they have a lot of guys who are ignorant and dumb who constantly come up to them like, hey ma, how you doing, ma? What's up, girl? What you up to? I
Yeah.
mean, if a girl likes that kind of stuff, run for the fucking hills. Don't even bother, because
Yeah.
that girl's gonna fuck your life up. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
girl's stupid. But most women, they just like a man who's honest with himself. You're honest with yourself and you're honest with people. Just be honest. But don't be overbearing. Don't be, how do you want to say it, clingy.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like that.
I've
It's
I've
just
been in
be
relationships
you.
where it works on the other side too, and I'm like,
Like I'm talking
stop.
to like this girl I love, man. This girl, my first love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And she hasn't responded to my text or anything in like a week or two. You know what I mean? But what can I do? What am I gonna do? Get emotional and be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck, man? I'm sad. You know what I mean?
Sad
Like,
boy hours. Why aren't you here?
I'm like, and then like determine like the rest of my days throughout after that. Am I gonna allow that affect me? And every choice that follows thereafter is all emotional just because of some
No.
dude, she's not into you, she's not into you. You're just not that guy. Get over it. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna sit there and let that dictate my life.
Right.
I do what I want, and at the end, like they Scarface, bro. Let me get this is the only advice. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want what's coming to me, Chico. What is that? The world, everything in it. Life's a bitch, but make her your girl, and she will give you the world.
There we go. We
Yeah,
like
there you
that,
go.
man. And I appreciate you again for being part of my podcast, my One Piece right here. And last couple of minutes, well, like seconds of this podcast, I'm actually gonna let you do your
Hi.
call outs, like
What do you mean
your
call-outs?
like your call outs, like where can
I'm
people
the best there
find
is, the
you?
best there was, and the best there ever will be. I
Mhm.
wake up in the morning and I piss excellence. I'm just playing.
let the people know where they can find you, like Instagram, Twitter, Twitch,
Twitch,
whatever
Monday
you're
through
on.
Thursday. I'll be on Twitch Monday through Thursday, 7 to midnight, Mountain Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, that means 6 to 11. You know, if you're on the East Coast, I don't know. I'm not that smart.
You're not that smart.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I know you're an hour ahead or two. So just keep that in mind. It might be late for you. So I hope you like to stay up late. But shout outs to anyone. Is that what you mean? Like
Yeah.
anybody?
Shout outs, anything or
Wheezy.
anything like that. Wheezy?
Shout out to Wheezy. Shout out to Purple. Shout out to Cerberus. Everybody in the Discord server. That's Wheezy's Discord server. Um, and first and foremost, Bliss and Lucid, my cousins. Fucking love you guys 100%. Without you guys, I wouldn't have found myself today, and you guys were there for me. I love you. I
All
love
right.
you all.
All right. Thanks, Chimmy, again for coming in. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in on my second episode for my One Piece. Take care and keep spreading love. Bye bye.